Welcome along to qualifying for this week's, well, you've gamed it, the Alpine Team Series Event. We are back with the free-to-play account, the account with zero spend, as we look to try and put in a very solid round of racing heading forward to the weekend. Now, it's going to be an interesting one because we don't really have massive levels of the Alpine drivers. You can see Ocon is level 4, but Mr. Gasly is only down level 2. So really, he might not be very usable at all. So really, for the first race, we're going to be looking at using these two, Ocon and Norris. But firstly, it's an entry into the GP event, and it is in Champion. What are we doing on this free-to-play account? But who knows, we're going to give it a go. Now, race 1, we've got the rep points for using one of the bonus drivers. We've got defending and power unit drivers required in this race. Obviously, make sure you've watched our strategy guide. Some really helpful tips and tricks for this coming event. So, defending drivers and power unit. They are our best defending drivers, Mr. Ocon and Mr. Norris. Now, car. This is pretty much our best go-to. 252 power unit. Best levels that we've got. All power unit parts. And that is going to be our go-to for this race. So, boost-wise, on this free-to-play account, you want Gladiator, Iron Force, something like that. Do we have any Gladiator or Iron Force? We have 17 Gladiator. I might chuck some on for a laugh. And then we've got... Have we got any Iron Force that we have? Let's scroll up and find out. And the answer, I can't see any. No, so maybe just Gladiator for this one. So, we might give it a little bit of a go. Let's go race 1 then, with these two drivers. Champions GP, free-to-play account. Let's quickly show you the medals. That's how it pretty much sits on this account. We've had a P3, a top 10, and a load of random medals as well. So let's get to it. Let's go into GP. Race number 1. Defending and power unit required. And let's see if we can get the job done nice and early with some good points to make it through to the weekend. First matchup, 1306 versus a 1319. Real player. So who is going to have the best strategy around Imola? Before we go to the race screen, let's check the boosts, apply the strategy, and then we'll head into the race. Imola, what you got for us? Qualifying surely at the back. P21, P24, as expected. So, medium and medium. I am going to chuck on some Gladiator to see how we perform. There we go. Gladiator, Gladiator. 2 sets of the mediums. Let's do this. Come on then. Let's get a good start. Let's try and score some big points round Imola. Here we go. Norris and Ocon. We are away, and that's a decent move down the outside for Mr. Esteban Ocon, and that is why Alpine have kept hold of him. He has got some good places up the field. Now, he is already nearly into the top 10, sitting P12. Norris was just going backwards, just lost a couple of positions. All that hard work has really gone to waste. He lost a few positions at that turn, and now he's got to settle back down for P14. It's P14, P15 for R2, and now we're racing again. Ocon could get a move up the inside to take at least one car. He doesn't, and it's P12 and P14. So it's an okay start, I would call it. The rival that we've got is currently out 21-24. Doesn't look like they're using boosts as Ocon makes his way through the pack again. Can he keep positions? He can keep positions. It's P10 and P14 now. Remember, make use of that engine mode. Look after your power unit where possible, as Russell flies back past us, but we'll fly back past him. We're going to keep pushing down to the straight. Hopefully we can get a couple more cars here. And look at Norris. Norris bang there as well, currently in P10, and that is not what we wanted to see. So apologies, but we did lose some connection from the dodgy phone that I've got, so this is where we're currently at. We are going to double stack. I had to put all my attention to the actual screen, which is not good because we're going to lose a good few seconds here, which is annoying. So already costing ourselves a little bit. But yeah, dodgy USB port on my free-to-play account's phone. So that is why we lost a bit of connection. But you're back with us for the second half of this race in Imola. We have got Norris currently into P11, make that P10. And we've got Ocon currently in P13. So we're going to score some good points in this race once we've now resumed back. And hopefully this won't be the last of our points. Hopefully we can get some more, because we had to cut off and not really focus too much. But here we go. We're into the straight. We are in P9 and P10. Few cars in the pits as well. That means P5 and P7. So again, we're just going to push. We're going to try and get that P6 position off the Red Bull. And here we go. Through we go. P5 and P6. This is very good points to start off our GP. We are going to struggle more at the cornering tracks and the speed tracks. But for 2 races in this GP, with power unit in qualifying, we could score some good points. Ocon has just lost a place. Norris goes down the straight to start lap number 7. So it might be a P5, P7. There is some hard tyres ahead of us, but we're a good 5 seconds off the pace against them. Perez is all over the back of us. We're going to try and now push and hold off the fight. You need about 50% power unit to do a full lap when you've got over 200. We are closing on the hard tyre runners. You can see there they are. Ocon struggling to get past that Red Bull of Sergio Perez. But can we get any more points out of this? I feel like we could have got more if the old screen didn't break. Here are the 2 cars ahead of us. Can we switch up the inside? We can't. Here is Ocon as well to join the party. We're into P4. We've got Albon ahead of us. Ocon back down to P7. Here comes Sergio Perez with a launch. Nearly got through. Norris, though, can he scrape a podium? He can't. And Norris can't gain. I mean, Norris is out of tyres. Didn't even look at the tyres. It's drama at the final one. It looked like we were going to sneak a podium. It wasn't to be. We were, in fact, sneaking out to only be P7. So it's P6, P7. Tyre management a little bit difficult with that full amount of pushing that we were doing. And we have just fell short of that 4 medium run. Obviously no tyre management boost around here that we're using either. Rivals coming home in 7th. Oh, not 7th, but at least 19th. And we'll show you what we are running in this setup. So we take the victory. We take some rep points for our team as well. It is a 4 medium, 4 medium. Rival was 10th and 19th. Level 5 Ocon, level 4 Gasly. So we were well above our way then. 258 power unit as well. But we take some very, very good points. So after race number 2, there should be no issues with the recording of this race. Hopefully not, but here we go, let's find out. We are off to Spain and Barcelona. So it is that tyre management driver and cornering stat for the car that we require. So, I mean, this is a good opportunity to score some more points. Obviously, we're a bit low on the levels for champion, but we're going to give it our best as we always do. We are out the back. Ocon remains. Tsunoda is the one that has came in to party with us. Now, tyre management, you could use SAR. I'm going to just save some boosts and use downforce here. Let's go. So the main reason for this is I'm going for basically a 4 soft 5 medium if I can make it. Now what I'm going to do is push for the whole first lap. Then I'm going to have to probably start conserving down. See if I can manage the tyres. I might need to switch to hard tyres through this race. But we'll see how these soft tyres for Yuki go first. So Yuki has made an okay start. He's up to P13. Ocon struggling away. Only 19th, but he's made a couple more positions there, as we've now got double Aston Martin ahead, and we're about to run out of power unit for the first time. So cutting down, it is 12th for Yuki Tsunoda. It is P16 for Esteban Ocon. We're going to cut down the straight. That's what we like to do, is conserve. We're going to have the rival absolutely pass us down that straight. And we're also going to be on the back of still them 2 Aston Martins. So I'm not going to push too much. We are going to nearly lose a position to Sergio Perez again from the last race. And now we're going to try and concentrate up. So again, We're just going to let these run on medium for now. I want to try and keep the pace up. Perez is looking very quick though, but we're still keeping him at bay. Tyres are just going to survive for the 50% and the 60%. So tyres look okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to push and use some of that power unit now. Perez has just got us though, and we were pushing at that point. Let's try and push past again. Can we get past? It's the Aston Martin roadblock. There is one car. Now can we get past Fernando Alonso? I don't think we can. The Spaniard is causing us all sorts of problems. Up the inside, Perez goes, and so do we. But we lose out to Sergio, and it's down still, P13. So Tsunoda is going to go for the medium tyres. P11 for Tsunoda at the minute, ahead of Alonso. Ocon's got good pace here. He's keeping level, really, with Tsunoda. He's only about a second and a half behind on the mediums too, which is good. So hopefully we can move forward. He's gaining good power unit all the time. We're going to try and get past Lawson here, and we do. P13, we're moving on up, slowly but surely, as Tsunoda comes into the pits. Soft tyres, the call for Ocon. Can we pull? We've got good pace for Ocon. I think I'm going to use the mediums for the full lap now with the power unit and try and just help us create a little bit of gap for any cars behind. P8 for Ocon. Tsunoda's in traffic. That's not good, but he's ahead of Tsunoda. He's got Stroll, and he's ahead of Stroll as well. Ocon's going to be coming into the pits. Use that tyre perfectly all the way around. We're going to get about 2% left as we hit the pits, which is good. No power unit left, but I don't think I can push too hard on them 4 softs. Down the straight we go again for Tsunoda. At the moment, P14 and P15, or 16 we are. So a little bit of work to do. I feel like we've got a lot of cars still to pit. There's a lot of hard tyres out there. We've got Tsunoda right behind the, I think it's the Alpine ahead of us. And we're going to now push off and see if we can start closing. There is Gasly. We are ahead. Good move. There is the other Alpine of Ocon, and we're ahead of him as well. So moving on forward, that P12 turns into P11. We're not going to get ahead of Perez. Perez jumped us by going longer. Anyone else still to pit? Not really. So this is looking like best sort of result again at the moment. We're into the top 10. We've got to keep on trying. We need a few hard tyres to pass. Gasly's holding us up though. Inside move keeps the Aston Martin behind as well. So P10, P12. And this is okay at the moment. I'm pretty happy with this as we go. We're on lap 8. Tyres are okay. Ocon just losing out to Alonso. Alonso's so quick on the soft tyres. We're moving up to P12. Make it P11. And again, we just can't really keep... I mean, there's a lot of cars in front of us. Doesn't seem like we can just keep pace with them, though. There's a lot of cars fighting it out. Can we get amongst it and earn some more points? I don't think we can. We're okay for tyres. Alonso's going to come past us. We can't defend Fernando. Tsunoda's P9. Has someone broke down? Hamilton has broke down. That's an extra point in the bag. There is Leclerc. There is the McLaren. Here is Alonso. We're so close, but it just seems so far away as the McLaren gets bodied into that corner. Tsunoda's going to try around the outside. It's P8. P8 for Yuki Tsunoda. It's going to be P11 for Esteban Ocon. And well, I'll tell you what, we will take it because that was rough. That was very rough, but we managed it in the end. I'll take the points and move swiftly on. It was 31 points from this circuit in Spain. Rival solid round in P4, but only P20 for Gasly. So only 26 points. But you know what? That's good pointage. 31 to go with the 37 I think we got in race number 2. Well, number 1 and then 2. You can see the cars, level 5, level 6. Gasly and Ocon for the rival. And a 283 cornering, whereas we only have the 258. And we only use the free boost as well. So more points to come, hopefully, at the weekend. But at the moment, I'll take the 31. Race number 3, we're off to Australia and Melbourne for the Alpine Team Series event. We have a good matchup, as you can see then, and hopefully over here we're going to score some good points because Australia is a good chance to do that. Let's see where we qualify. Expecting out the back again because of our levels. We're actually out qualified. It is 23 and 24. We're at the back. So similar boosts, similar strat to Imola. Problem is, I don't really want to use any more Gladiator, so I'm probably going to use a bit of Jin. There's Iron Force. I was looking for Iron Force earlier, couldn't find it. I am going to use the Iron Force, and we're going to get ready to race. So here we go then. You will see that I have used Yuki Tsunoda again, and the main reason for the Yuki Tsunoda is the tyre management around here. So I could have gone with Norris again, but Yuki's got about 16 tyre management over him and a better race start. So I've kind of gone with Yuki in the hope that the tyres are going to what promotes me. He has got 6 less defending than Norris. But you can see it's not been the easiest start. We are still P13 as we conserve down the straight. I'm going to keep pushing though for this first lap. See if we can gain any more positions. It's that double Aston Martin combo again as we try and get through. Can we get past? Yes, we can. P12, P14. We don't want a double stack. 75% right on the line for the tyres. So tyres should be okay. Tsunoda goes backwards. Alonso all over the back of us. The rival is pushing as well. So expect us to lose positions as we gain to P11. P11, P16. Got to create a gap for pits though. Can't double stack again. Just going to keep on edging away, really, with Ocon. And we are into the top 10. So again, power unit's always a good chance to score some points for your racing. AI haven't been buffed so much on these setups. As you can see, P10 with Gasly ahead of us. Tsunoda's up to P15. We've got him pushing as we move up now to P9 and P14. So again, just choosing when to push at the ideal time. Yuki's going to be very nicely pushing later on as he put the brakes on, it seems. Alonso comes back past and we go back past him. Again, seems to be a common battle for them two. Yuki Tsunoda comes down the pit straight and we are in to P6 and P9. Perez still in front of us again. Can we get past him? He's broke down. We can now. That's going to be a place that we're both going to benefit from. So P5 and P9 then will become P8 as Sergio Perez pretty much exits the points for this race. Ocon comes in. Both cars are pushing. Need a good stop. Where is Tsunoda? Here he comes. Russell slows him down, but he gets ahead of Russell, Ocon. And that is back out into the top 10. So should be top 10 worst case now for Esteban. And he's already into P9. Tsunoda now we can unleash because Tsunoda been saving the power unit because of the double stack. So now we can actually get racing with Yuki and try and make some ground. Ocon trying to get past P7. Again, just managing that engine mode. Ocon comes back past us. He does pit though. And that is going to release us a couple more positions. It's P7 and P10, I think it is. Going into P9 now. More points are incoming. Maybe in the 30s again. It was 37 in Imola last time on the same track stats. What can we do this time? We're not far off that 37. We're going to just gain some power unit now with Yuki. Going to close the gap with Ocon. Here comes Albon. And we're going to try. We've got to keep ahead of him. Anyone else in the pits? Don't think so. So we are battling it out with who we've got here. Tsunoda trying to get past into P8. Can't get it. Or P7. Now, can Ocon get past Hamilton? Yes, he can. We're up to P5. We're up to P7. We're still moving on up. We're pushing to gain on the cars ahead. It's going to be tough. They're going to be very fast cars. But we don't have any pit stops. We've got Hamilton on hards. So we could get P6. And we do now get P6. So P5, P6 is good going, by the way. That is currently 39 points. It'd be great to sneak a 40 points. And that will come off of Max Verstappen if we can. Yes, we can. We're up to P4. And now we've got to keep on pushing to try and hold that P4 because we've got Norris ahead of us. Can we time it right against Norris? We're going to go round the outside, inside, next line, final corners. Esteban Ocon, we're not running out of tyres this time because it's P3 for Esteban. It's P6 for Yuki Tsunoda. Good choice to put Yuki in the race seat. And that is 41 points. Maybe Red Bull should put Yuki in the hot seat. But that is job done. 41 points in race number 3. We'll have a bit of that for sure. Let's go. Rival comes home. P15 and P20. Low points, I think, for the bot, it looked like. So P2 for us in the standings against their P10. And let's take a look. 1301 versus 1298 in this one. We had the fastest lap time, interestingly. And it was level 5, level 4. And pretty interesting setup. Very interesting setup by the rival. But job done for us. Because after 3 races so far, I think we're around the 100 point mark. 109 points after the 3 races. It's not the maxed account level, don't get me wrong. But it's actually okay. But, I mean, this is going to be very, very tricky. Race 4, tyre management cornering. We're off to Mexico. So the final race then, we are off to Mexico. This is one of the annoying circuits that I absolutely hate because it just gets very tough around here, and it's going to be no shock to the free-to-play account that this is going to be even more tougher. But I mean, we will see what sort of score we can put together, and I mean, if anything, 20 points I'll take right now because this is going to be carnage. Ocon, Tsunoda. The question is, can I get 4 softs out of a downforce? I don't know. We'll try it. Anyway, so downforce goes on for Ocon and both of them. Let's see if we can get 4 softs. We might do a 4 soft for medium if we've got a lot of power unit. It's all about the race start though. Will we be lucky into turn 1 or will we be incredibly unlucky? Now, it's not too bad at the start. We're already up to P20. We're taking that sort of inside line for turn 1. And that is good because we're already up to P14 and P15. And that is music to our ears because we needed them moves early on. And it looks like it's only going to get better. Ocon is into P10. Tsunoda P14. Now the tyres look pretty bad. 75% at the stadium section. 74, but we will start conserving down. So maybe I think we are going to have to go to medium. So we're going to use these laps now. We're probably going to get overtaken. There's no doubt about it. There goes Ocon. And we're going to just try and gain some power units so that we can attack on them medium tyres in the second half of this stint. We can't push a lot on the softs. That's our problem. So Ocon, if we can. I mean, Ocon might make some moves on the soft tyres. That would be good. You can see the rival pushing hard. We're bang on 50% now as well. So bang on 50%. Let's continue that one and see if we can continue through. Can we get the job done? I mean, we're not going to double stack, I don't think. We might have a little bit of a push available to us. There is a breakdown and there is a move at the same time. It's Ocon up to P8. We have got a little bit of push and there's a safety car. I'm not going to trigger because the safety car has got a full lap ahead. There's no point pitting early and wasting some tyre. What this is actually going to mean is that we can run the soft tyres to the end. Now we are going to obviously pit on this lap. So a safety car had a pretty decent time. We were P8 and P11 anyway. And that is because there has been some hard tyre pit stops. And we're 47 seconds behind the leader apparently. Jesus, they're so far ahead. That is bonkers. But we are going to be able to run absolutely fine now. So let's get into the pits with Ocon and Tsunoda. Again, we're probably going to get half a lap here of slow. because the safety car is that far ahead already. Ocon comes out P10. I mean, this little bit of conserve is going to help us big time because we don't have to go ahead and pit. We're not going to lose too much time. But look how far that safety car has not bunched up the pack at all. And we're not going to lose, we're not going to gain too much time here in terms of the soft tyres being able to be used because already the safety car has let us go. Safety car, Rapido in Mexico. Ocon, P10, P13. I mean, they have really spread the field out. P1 to P4 are all bunched together. I mean, we're up to P12 now with Tsunoda. But again, that's kind of cost us a little bit, I feel. Rivals' hard tyres are about to run out as we're trying to get past Piastri. And then we're up to P9. There's a pit from Gasly. Then to P8. We're up to P7. This is okay. This is okay. Tsunoda's up into nearly the top 10. As Ocon now, P6. Tsunoda's not got the power unit levels though. We got anyone who's got a pit ahead of us? We have. Piastri has to pit on the hard tyres. So we should end up in the top 10 for Yuki Tsunoda here. We should be able to get past this hard tyre as well. There's no... There you go. P10 on speak. We're into the top 10. P6 is clear. We are going to guarantee P6 by the look of it. Can we guarantee anything else though? We're going to hold fire. There's a move into these corners from Yuki. Sainz all over the back of at the moment. We're going to save it for the stadium section. Looks like there's a chance. But they just get away with us. They've just got good acceleration. As we hit the stadium section, we do get past Carlos Sainz. It's going to be P6. I'll tell you what, that is bigger points than I expected in Mexico. It is 19 points for Ocon, followed by 17 for Yuki Tsunoda. It is 36 points from a round at Mexico. I did not expect that at all. Now, the safety car did help us. It did stop us gaining on the big wigs at the front as well. But I don't think we probably would have scored 36 if we had to go to Mexico without a safety car. We did do that 4 soft in the end, which worked lovely. We had level 6 and level 6 again for the rival, stacking some good tyre management on there. And the car, 285, again, we were only on 258. So really, that's been pretty good. So 4 races done in qualifying. And it does see us end currently P1. We won't stay there because there's some big players in this group. But for ourselves, 4 races, 145 points. Pretty solid, really. 37, 31, 41 and 36 points. We will absolutely take that. We had the mess in Imola as well because of the basically screen issues. So I will take that. And the Alpine Team Series Event, we are going to absolutely try and do well this weekend. Fingers crossed that is the case. So hopefully we can score well, we can go again, we can score big points. Maybe we'll even get a good finishing position if we get through to Sunday as well. Let me know how you've got on in this qualifying round. Is there any improvements that you would make or know that you lost points? Let me know down in the comments. But the free-to-play account qualifying is hopefully done for Wednesday.